Because bhakti lives in the heart of the Vaishnava. Bhaktya Sanjataya Bhakti. I translated one book called Madhurya Kadambini, which is now it's out of print but is available on Amazon. And there Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur describes that only the devotee can give us bhakti, because bhakti lives in the heart of the bhakt. So we have a very beautiful song here by Narottam Das Thakur, glorifying the mercy of the Vaishnava, the devotee. I don't know which page, Bara Karuna Koro? Which page? Bara Karuna Koro Vaishnava Gosa Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das was a very great devotee in our line of spiritual masters. In fact, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu predicted his appearance. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in a place called Kanai Nachala on the bank of the Padma River. And with Lord Nityananda Prabhu and all the Vaishnavas, they were doing Harinam Sankirtan. And Mahaprabhu was dancing in ecstasy. Suddenly he began shouting, Narotam, 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 Narotam. And everyone was astounded why Mahaprabhu was chanting like this. Why he's chanting like this. Because Nar means human being. And Uttama, we know, means the best. Uttama, above the ignorance. Uttama. The best. The best of the human beings. So Nityananda Prabhu immediately understood some great devotee is going to appear near here. Why Mahaprabhu is chanting like this? So when the kirtan ended, he said, why were you singing like that? And he told Nityananda Prabhu and all the devotees, on the other side of this river in Bangladesh, in Keturi Gram, great devotees going to appear, named Narottam. And until he appears, I'm depositing my Gauranga Prem in this Padma River. He made fixed deposits. They were all anxious for our investment, so he invested his Gauranga Prem in the fixed deposit in the Padma Nadi. And as soon as Mahaprabhu entered into the river, all her hair stood on end in the form of little waves. And she overflooded her banks. And suddenly the Padma Nadi herself appeared with folded hands. And any service for me, Maharaj? And Lord Chaitanya said, yes, when my devotee Narottam comes, you must deliver this Gauranga Prem to him. But how will I know who is your devotee Narottam? When someone enters your water and you overflow your banks and your hair stands on end like this, that is Narottam. At one time, but not only one time did Mahaprabhu predict Narottam's appearance, but he also told Lokanath Goswami that my devotee Narottam will come and you have to initiate him. Even though Lokanath had taken vow he will not initiate anybody, he said, you must initiate Narottam. So twice, such a great devotee that Mahaprabhu twice predicted his appearance. So he wrote many beautiful songs that were very favorite of Prabhupada. And this one is a very nice song. E Bara Karuna Koro Vaishnava Gosai. Now we all know the word Goswami, but this is very quaint Bengali for Goswami, Gosai. We say out of affection, we say Gosai. O Vaishnav Gosai, Ebara, one time. We can understand Ekbar. In Hindi we'll say Ekbar. Ebara, one time. Karuna Koro. Karuna means compassion. One time you be compassionate upon me. Ebara Karuna Koro Vaishnava Gosai. O Vaishnava Goswami, one time you be compassionate upon me. Patita Pavana Toma Bina Keho Nai. Patit is a very small Sanskrit word. It means ourselves. Patit means fallen. Patit. And Pavana means who purifies. So Patita Pavana Toma Bina Keho. Narottam is addressing the Vaishnava. He says, like you, like the Vaishnava, there's no one who can purify the fallen souls. This is why we want to take shelter of the Vaishnava, to become purified. He says, Kahar nikate gele papa dure jai. Nikate means close. Just like we sing in the Gaurarti, Nikate advaita srini vasachatradara. You remember that from Gaurarti. So Nikate means close. If we go close to the Vaishnava, Papa Dure Jai. Papa means Coca-Cola 7-Up. No, Papa means sin. Papa dur, all our sins. Dur. Dur means very far away. Just like there's one forest of Vrindavan, he's so far away, he's in South Africa. Therefore it's called Durban. I've also been, we were just in that forest in January. So if we go close to the Vaishnava, all our sins will go far away. This is a wonderful quality of the Vaishnava. And he tells some amazing things. What does he say? Tomara Ridoye Sada Govinda Bishram. Tomara Ridoye Sada Govinda Bishram. Bishram means to take rest. Just like there's one place in Mathura called Bishram Ghat, very famous ghat on the Jamuna River. So after Krishna dispatched Kamsa, Kuvala Yapida, and all, Chanura, Mustika, and everyone else, then he and Baladev came to Jamuna, took their bath, and Bishram, they took rest. But from Vraja Purana we learn, not just 5,000 years ago, 5 millions of years ago Krishna took rest there. When Lord Vraja, after lifting the earth from the bottom of the Garbhodak ocean, he also came to that place on the Jamuna, took his bath, and Vishram, he took rest at Vishram. So for millions of years this place is known as Vishram Ghat. So Vishram means to take rest. But we have never seen picture of Krishna taking rest. We see him playing his flute, looking at the parrots, stealing butter, dancing with the gopis, herding cows. We saw so many pictures. He's always doing something. Some leela is going on. But we never saw a picture of Krishna sleeping. And here Nartan gives us the hint. Tumara Hridoye Sada Govinda Visram. Hriday means heart. So he's talking about the Vaishnava. Tumara, your heart. Tumara Hridoye Sada, always Govinda Visram. Govinda, when he wants to take rest, then he takes rest in the heart of a pure devotee like Srila Prabhupada. Because that heart is very soft and cool. Our heart is filled with so many burning, lusting desires. Krishna can't take rest there. So many thorny desires that are poking. But in the heart of the pure devotee, which is pure and cool and refreshing, then Krishna can take rest. So we never saw the picture of Krishna taking rest because he takes rest in the heart of the devotee. Tomara Hridoye Sada Govinda Visram. Govinda Kohena Mora Vaishnava Param. Actual word is pran, life. But Govinda says, all the Vaishnavas, they're in my heart. Now how is this possible? Lord is in the heart of the Vaishnava, and Vaishnava is in the heart of the Lord? How is it possible? These are the inconceivable pastimes of the Lord and his pure devotees. So in this way, Narottam is glorifying the wonderful qualities of the Vaishnava. We want to get his karuna, compassion. Because out of compassion he will explain to us, first thing, we're not this body. We're completely identified with this material body. Somebody's singing I'm white, somebody's singing I'm black, somebody's singing I'm brown, somebody's Indian, I'm American, I'm Chinese, I'm from Malaysia, I'm a young boy, I'm a young girl, I'm an old man, I'm an old lady. We're thinking I'm a teacher, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor. We're thinking all these things. But this body is just a vehicle for the soul. Just because I drive a Ford car, that doesn't make me a Ford. That is just a vehicle for the soul. But, and that soul, his characteristic is consciousness. It's like we're conscious of every, from the tip of our toes to the tip of our head, we're conscious of our body. Where's that consciousness coming from? That is coming from the soul. Although we cannot see the soul now, we know his presence by consciousness. Just like sometimes it's cloudy, we can't see the sun. So how do we know the sun is in the sky? Because it's light outside. So the light of the soul is consciousness. And that soul, he's eternal. He's full of knowledge and full of bliss. Satchidananda. But now he's identifying with this vehicle. Just like when we're driving, sitting in the bus, we sit in the bus for some time, we begin to identify ourselves with the bus. How is that? Just like the bus is going to turn the corner. Just see, we talk like that, bus is going to turn the corner. Do buses turn? The driver turns the bus. Even in ordinary language, we're in an illusion. The car is driving down the street, but cars don't drive down the street. Bus is not turning. The chauffeur is turning the bus. And somebody's parked illegally too close to the corner, and he's going to scrape. And what do? Isn't it? As if you're going to feel something. You sat in the bus for so long, now you've identified yourself with the bus. The same way, we're living in this body for so long, we've identified ourselves with this body. But we are the consciousness within this body. And that consciousness, that soul, he's the eternal servant of Krishna. He's meant to serve Krishna in the spiritual sky. So the spiritual master, Vaishnava, he's very compassionate. He gives us this transcendental knowledge by which we can free ourselves from this bodily conception of life. So once we get mercy of Guru and Vaishnava, we want to get mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Oh, there, right there, we see Panchatattva on top here.
Behind you. You're sitting at the feet.
Oh, I'm sitting at his feet. All right. Best place to be. One time, I forgot to tell story of Prabhupada, so I'll tell one story. One time Prabhupada was lecturing in Los Angeles in the old temple room. Now, where they now have the Fate Museum, used to be the temple room. So, somehow or other, I always managed to be right at the foot of the Vyasa-san when Prabhupada was giving lecture. So one time I was on the left side of the Vyasa-san, and Prabhupada got down, and he went to pay his obeisances to Radha and Krishna, and I was on, so he's paying his obeisances this way, so his feet is this way. So I looked up and I saw those two lotus feet are there. So I just also paid my obeisances and just pushed my head right into Prabhupada's lotus feet. So this is the best place to be, the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. The Lord Chaitanya, he's brought this wonderful chanting of the holy name of Krishna as the recommended process for this age of Kali. So we have very beautiful song on our song sheet, Sundara Lala, glorifying Lord Chaitanya. Sundara Lala, Satiru Lala, Nasata Sri Hari Kirtana. Sachi Dulala Nachata Sri Hari Kirtane. So Sundar means beautiful. So 532 years ago when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, he was very, very beautiful. Just like our deities in Vrindavan are called Radha, Shama Sundar. But when Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years ago, he was not Sham Sundar, he was Gaur Sundar. The beautiful golden avatar of love. Sundara Lala. In Braj, when we want to call a little boy, then we say, oh Lala, come here Lala, Ada Lala. We want to call little girls. No little girls here, huh? Only little boys today. Oh Lali, come here Lali, Ada Lali. So Lala means little boy. Sundara Lala, Sachi Dulala. Just like in a few months, couple of months actually, we're going to celebrate Jamashtami. So we know that Bhagwan Brajanandan Shamsundar, his mother's name was Yasoda. So we call him Yasoda Nandan or Yasoda Dulala. So 500 years ago when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, his mother's name was Sachi Devi. So we call him Sachi Nandan or Sachi Dulala. So Sundara Lala, Sachi Dulala. Nachata. Nachata means to dance. So this little Sachinandan, where was he dancing? Nachata Sri Hari Kirtan. He was always dancing in Sri Hari Kirtan, because in this dark age of Kali, this is a recommended process. Chanting very loudly and enthusiastically, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is the recommended process for this dark age of Kali. Just like we all know, there's one Purana called Brihad Naradiya Purana. And there Krishna has told, or there the Puranas tell us, what is that? Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Kalu Nasteva, 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 Gacharani. The Prabhupada says when there's repetition, that's meant to emphasize. So in this verse, the chanting of the holy names, how many times emphasized? 3 times, huh? Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, 3 times. Then Eva. Eva is a very tiny Sanskrit word, but it's not used very casually. Whenever you use Eva, it's meant to emphasize something in that sentence. The whole sentence changes. So that's 4. Kevalam. Kevalam means only, another emphasis. Only. Then Nasteva, 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 3 times. 8 emphasis on chanting the holy name in this verse. So this is the process for this dark age of Kali. Mahaprabhu says, Cheto Darpana Marjana. This sound vibration will purify the heart. Prabhupada gives the example of a mirror. A mirror is full of dust. Then we cannot see the image very well. We have to clean the dust and we can see the image. So the same way, now we can't see Krishna, we can't even see ourselves, what to speak of Krishna. Because our heart is full of dust. As we described, all these bodily identifications, that's all dust. But Cheto Darpana Marjana. Marjana means to clean. This chanting, Hare Krishna, cleanses all this dust from the heart. So that we can see not only Krishna, we can see ourselves. Just like seeing the sun means seeing ourselves also. When it's dark out, we can't see anything. But as soon as sun comes up, then we see the sun, we see ourselves also. So this chanting is meant to purify the heart so that we can see our real self, not this false conception that we think. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has brought this wonderful process, very simple. It's like there's one verse in Srimad Bhagavatam, the king of all Praman. One time Maharaj Nimi was talking with the Navyugendra, 9 great sages. And they told Maharaj Nimi, what is that verse? Kalardoshini de Rajan Astyeko Mahaguna Kirtanari with Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Parambrajet. Kalardoshini de Rajan. Rajan means king, O king. Kalardoshini de. Nidhi means ocean. And dosha means not what all the South Indians like to eat. Dosha means fault. Kalir doshini de Raja. This Kali Yuga, Kali means this Kali Yuga is ocean of faults. We see daily before our eyes, everything is falling apart and becoming upside down, crazy. It's a great ocean of faults. Kalir doshini de Raja. Astyego Mahaguna. Gun means good quality. Mahaguna means great quality. Are? How is it possible? The ocean of faults and a great quality, maybe some small quality could come, but a great quality. But Srimad Bhagavatam is telling us, Mahaguna, one great quality is there. Although it's ocean of faults, one good quality is there in this Kali. What is that? Kirtana Deva Krishnasya. Specifically, Krishna Kirtan is mentioned. He doesn't say Kali Kirtan or other Kirtan. He says Kirtana Deva Krishnasya. Mukta Sangha Parambrajet. Not only will you get mukti, but Parambrajet, you will go to the Braj. You will leave this dark material world and go to the Brajadam. So this is the one good quality. This Kali is filled with so many faults. But simply by this chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, we can reach the highest destination, Goloka Vrindavan, to dance and sing with Radha and Krishna. So once we get mercy of Guru and Vaishnava, and we get mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we chant the holy name, then we can go to Braj. So we have a very beautiful song to take us to Braj. You all know this song. I don't think it's in the sheets because you all know this song, because this was favorite bhajan of Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Radha Madhava ki Jai Jai Sri Radhe. So wherever Srila Prabhupada went in this world, he always used to chant this beautiful bhajan of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And very simple bhajan, simply names of Krishna. Just like we were singing Narottam's bhajans, always some shiksha is there, some lesson to learn. Mana siksha, training the mind. Or sometimes we sing songs, Wala Bala Sangha Denu Charai, Krishna's herding the cows with his cowherd friends. Some lila is there. But this song, there's no siksha, there's no lila, just names of Krishna. But those names of Krishna arranged in such a way that whole picture of Vrindavan comes. Whole picture of Vrindavan. First, Jai Radha Madhav. Because Radha and Madhav, you see the beautiful picture here, they're the essence of Vrindavan. Why are we interested in Vrindavan? There's so many forests here in this Washington DC area, so many beautiful forests are there. But why we're interested in Vrindavan forest? Because that is where Radha and Madhav's pastimes are taking place. And we should not think anything mundane about Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Mahaprabhu is, or rather Chaitanya Charitamrita has written, what is it? Radha Krishna Padaya Vikitila Dini Shaktir Asmad Ekatmana Bhubi Paradeha Vedam Gatoto Chaitanya Kam Aduna Tadvayam Chaikyam Aftam Radha Bhavaduti Juvalitam Nomi Krishna Sarupam. That Radha Krishna Padaya Vikitila Ladini Shaktir Asmad. It is manifestation of Krishna's own Ladini Shakti. Ekatmanav. Api is also a small word, but it's very important. Certainly, they are one soul, but manifesting ekama deha bedam. They have divided in two forms. Deha we know means form or body. They're one, Radha and Krishna are one, but they have divided in two forms to enjoy their pastimes. So because Radha and Krishna are one, there cannot be anything illicit about their activities. But they perform this way just for to make these pastimes more exciting. Just like sometimes people criticize that why you're worshipping a god who was dancing with other people's wives. But first we should understand what is wife. Wife means that within her heart there's no other person except her husband. That is Dharam Patni. So if we see inside all of our hearts Krishna is there, we're all the wives of Krishna. So if Krishna comes out of the heart to dance with his own wife, what is the question? We shouldn't be asking why Krishna is dancing with other person's wife, because he's dancing with his own wife. Why are you dancing with someone else's wife? That is the question. So Radha and Krishna's pastimes going on there. So this is why. They're the essence. Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Bihari. In Vrindavan, so many kunjas and forests are there. Now you may ask, what is a kunj? Because here I see all the trees, they're growing straight and straight and straight and straight and straight and straight. But those of you who've been to Vrindavan, you know the trees are trying to grow straight, but they're melting in Krishna Prem, they again come down. They again come down. So when they go up and come down, then it makes like a room. And because the branches have come down to the ground, little creepers crawl up with their scented flowers, and when the breeze blows, beautiful fragrance comes in the kunj. If we have nice wall-to-wall carpet in our house, we're very proud. But that carpet is just some synthetic fiber, dust collector Prabhupada said. But in Krishna's kunj, the gopikas, they have put carpet of Madhavi flowers, sometimes Malati flowers, sometimes Madhu Malati flowers, sometimes Mogra, sometimes jasmine, sometimes Juhi, sometimes lotus petals. This type of wall-to-wall carpet Krishna's got in his kunj. So Vrindavan is filled with so many kunjas. Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Ballava. So many cover girls are there. As you may or may not know, Krishna has got 9 lakhs of cows. Nanda Baba has 9 lakhs of cows. You know the meaning of 1 lakh? Lala? You don't know, huh? 1 lakh means 100,000. Now you're going to learn something new today. 1 lakh means 100,000. So 9 lakhs means almost 1 megabyte. So for milking all those cows, we need lots of gopis. So Prabhupada explains, this is Vrindavan life. We never hear a description of skyscraper buildings and motor cars and buses, motorcycles, every morning in Mega's house I'm chanting my japa, big motorcycles coming by, blah. We don't hear about that in Vrindavan. Just cows, kunjas, forests, lots of milk, natural scene. This is Braj. Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Ballava, Giri Baradari. Our picture of Vrindavan will be incomplete without Govardhan. Oh, you know this pastime, huh? So, this Govardhan is very important part of Braj. Our picture will be totally incomplete without Govardhan. In fact, there's 3 original things in Braj. Just like as soon as you go to Vrindavan, the Panda will grab you and he will take you underneath this tree. Krishna was blowing his flute. You put 51 rupees here, you'll get mukti. Underneath this tree, Radha and Krishna were swinging. 101 rupees, you'll get mukti. But anybody can say this tree is 5,000 years old or not. Nobody can say. But if you meet a real Brishbasi, he will tell you there's 3 original things in Braj. One is Raj. Raj. Raj means dust. What's so great about dust? Every day we're sweeping it out of our house. Either sweeping it or we take this horrible machine trying to get rid of the dust. But this dust in Braj is mixed with the lotus foot dust of Sri Krishna. And that dust has been there for 5 million years, 5,000 years is nothing. Second thing is Jamuna. She comes straight down from Delhi. Then when she hits Braj, she begins to move like this and like this. She doesn't want to leave. Then she flows like a crescent moon around Mathura, Visramghat, we were just mentioning. Then like another crescent around Gokul, and then she goes off to meet Ganga at Prayag. And next year, January and February, is Ardha Kumbha Mela at Prayag. You make your plans now. We're a big camp there. So that Jamuna, she's been flowing there for 5 million years. 5,000 is nothing. And third original thing is this Giriraj. Just like in America we say the old as the hills. Now he's also been there for 5 million years. No doubt about Giriraj. And these 3 things are very powerful to help us in our devotional service. So Giriraj is Giri Baradari. Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Ballava, Giri Baradari. Yasoda Nandana, Mother Yasoda is there. The Mother Yasoda, she loves Krishna too much. It's like we're talking about this Raj and why it's so important, this dust of Raj. One time, we were just talking about Govardhan Hill. Krishna lifted that Govardhan Hill. That time he was just a little boy. And then all his friends began to tease him, because little boys, they like to tease each other too much, is it? So they were all teasing. Oh, you're a big man, you lifted up the Govardhan Hill. But you're just taking out the calves, you're not taking out the cows. What kind of big man are you, huh? They were teasing like this, because little boys, they like to do like this. Get up, Lala. What's the matter, Lala? You got a stomach ache? You got a stomach ache in your tooth, Lala? You have a stomach ache? Huh? And what the problem was, she went to Nanda Baba and told him. And Nanda Baba said, well, let's go see Sandilya Rishi. Because just like Gargamuni is the guru of Vasudeva and Devaki. The guru of Nanda and Yasoda is Sandilya Rishi, his disciple. So Sandilya Rishi said, today is Gopastami. This is a very good day to give him charge of the cows. This is a very good day to give him charge of the cows. So Mother Yasoda made a very special festival. Because in our old Vedic culture, whenever there was some change in the life, then we always make some type of festival, some type of function. Just like for, everything starts from the Vivaha Jagya. We get Vivaha Jagya, then Garbhadan Sanskar, then Jatakarana Sanskar, cutting the umbilical cord, then Mundan, first shaving of the head, then Annaprashan. So many different functions are there. Just like for birthdays, we always have some function. But in old days, we used to do that function differently. Nowadays, even in India, what do they do? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. But you can talk to your grandfather, even your father, he will tell how mother used to call the Pandit, he would do some Ramayan part or some Bhagavad part, they would have some Havan, they would chant some Kirtan and distribute prasadam. We were losing our Vedic culture. But now by Prabhupada's mercy, so many people, whenever there's birthday, calling us to have Kirtan and lecture and Nam Sankirtan and prasadam. So for giving Krishna charge of the cows, Mother Yasoda made a special anustan, some function. In that function, she gave Lala some wooden chappals, shoes, and an umbrella. And Lala said, "Are Maiya, what is this shoe and umbrella, Maiya? What is this shoe and umbrella?" He said, "Lala, when you were herding the calves, you were just near the village. Now with the cows, you will go far in the forest. There may be so many thorns, there may be so many rocks, so you'll need some shoes. And sometimes sun may be too bright, sometimes there may be rain, so you'll need umbrella." And Lala said, and Maya, for my cows, you're going to give shoe and umbrella for my cows? You're going to give shoe and umbrella for my cows? And Mother Yasoda said, "Ari Lala, why does she give shoe and umbrella for your cow? You don't know Maya? Cow is very sacred. Cow is sacred, Lala? Yes, Maya. Just like I live in the heart of all of my devotees, all the demigods live in the body of the cow. She's very sacred." Okay, Lala, she may be sacred, but where are we going to get so many shoes? 9 lakhs of cows times 4. Our Shivam can give us the answer. And cow can carry umbrella. Who's going to carry umbrella for your cow? Harila, I'm not giving shoe and umbrella for your cow. Whatever. They may be sacred, anything, but I'm not giving. Then Lala said, "All right, Maya, you keep this chappal with you, and you keep this umbrella with you. If my cow is going to go barefoot, then I'm going to go barefoot. And my cow is going without umbrella, then I'm going to go without umbrella." So Krishna walked all over this dust of Vrindavan. That's why it's a special place. Even Sanatana Goswami in his Vaishnava Toshani Tika, he says, even in Vaikuntha, Lord is wearing slipper, but in this Brajadam, he's barefoot. It's a special place. Nothing like this Vrindavan. And Sanatana Goswami explains that when the cows heard that Krishna was going to go barefoot, they went all night with their hard hooves, and they smashed all the rocks and pebbles and thorns into powder. Therefore, when we go on Brajmandal Prikrama, sometimes we find beautiful. Now it's becoming less and less. Every place is put. Even Prikrama path in Vrindavan is finished. We used to be just walking down on the soft sand of the Jamuna on Prikrama. Now you get to go with car and bus and rickshaw, and motorbikes are the worst. They think they own the road. They just, the most horrible sound. But we just pray for these soft sand. And somewhere that sand is just like chandan. Somewhere it's like red chandan. And there's a place just near Unchagaon. Unchagaon is a village of Lalita Saki, just behind Barsana. And there we find such wonderful Raj, I call it the Johnson & Johnson baby powder. It is so soft and fluffy. This is Johnson & Johnson baby powder Raj. In fact, whenever we take Radhanath Swami there, he always wears a mask, you know, because on the bottle it says for external use only. Because the cows went through the night and they made all this soft Raj for Krishna to walk on. Yasoda Nandana, Braja Jana, Ranjana. All the Brishbasis there. Krishna has told by his own lotus mouth, Brishbadi Bala Sada Mira Jivan Pran. These Brishbasis are more dear to me than my life. And Brishbasis are, Braj is such a wonderful place. Once you get out of the commercial places, if you go in the village of Braj, we went to one time on Braj Prikama. We came to a village called Tarapur, which is just near Lohavan. Actually, what happened was we started out from Vrindavan.
Oh, okay.
This was the Lokanath Swami's Brajman walking Prikama. And sometimes in the old days we used to come back to Vrindavan for Prabhupada's Disappearance Festival. Then we'd have to walk a long way up to Lohavan. And it was always Ekadasi. And somehow the Brajmana Prikama authorities, they decided we would fast. And I was thinking, this is a long walk up to Lohavan, and we have to fast the whole way. But somehow we went across the pontoon bridge, which is not far from Gopishwar. So I went to Gopishwar, and right next door is my dear friend Bharat, who sells pera. Pera is just cooked down milk, so there's no grains in it. So he gave me a whole bunch of pera prasad. I said, okay, at least I got something. And then we ran to catch up with, because a few people went with me, we ran to catch up with the Prikama party. And we passed through one village, so we asked for some chach. We go on Braj Prikama, we always get nice chach. Chach means you take the yogurt, because in Braj we don't scrape off the cream and turn it into butter. We take the whole milk, turn it into yogurt, and then we turn it into butter. What's left over, with little tiny pieces of real butter floating in it, that is called chach, mata. So everybody gives it away for free. So we passed by one village, so we asked for some chach, because we're going to be a long walk, you know. And they had no chach, and they felt uncomfortable that a sadhu came, he asked for something they couldn't give. They brought yogurt. I said, no, I don't, because yogurt's very expensive. I said, no. They insisted. They filled our lotus with yogurt, and we were having big feasts, drinking nice, fresh Brishvazi yogurt, dahi. So finally we caught up with Lokanath Swami. There was a little grove of trees. It was the sun shining very nicely, and it was a very peaceful place, and nice, soft, and he was speaking. So I sat underneath the tree. Actually, I leaned up against that tree with my head, my shoulder bag as a pillow. And my belly was full of this nice yogurt, and the sun was so nice. In the Kartik time, it's so nice in the sun. The rest of the year, we want to be out of the sun. It was so nice, I just fell asleep. And then anyway, I know where they're going to stay. I'll catch up with them later. So they left, and then I started walking, and I asked some villagers, did you see the foreigners going on Prikama? He said, where do you want to go? I said, I'm going to Lohavan. He said, you go straight and don't fall into anybody's chakkar. Just go straight, you'll come to the railway lines, you cross the railway line, you come to the highway, cross the highway, and on the other side of the road, you'll see the road to Lohavan. So I was going along, and everybody was yelling at me, this way, this way, this way. And I remembered, he said, don't fall into anybody's chakkar. So I went straight, I came to the railway line, I crossed the railway line, crossed the road, found the road to Lohavan. And then we came to just outside of Lohavan, there's a little Shiv temple, a little garden. So I had that pera. So I sat down in the garden and we had some pera. And then I thought I would continue my journey because I knew where normally they stay. There was a beautiful garden just past Lohavan where they usually stayed every year because I'd been before. And they announced in the morning they were staying in that same garden. So I was walking along the road and all of a sudden some Gurukul boys came by on a bicycle. They had come to the Vraj Prikama by the, what do you call it, shuttle service. And they brought their bike. They said, no, they're not staying there. They're staying in Lakshmi Nagar. He said, where's that? It's back the other way. So I started walking back the other way. And I walked and walked. And they said, how far? I asked somebody. He said, it's about 1 kilometer. So I walked what I thought was 1 kilometer. And I asked some villager, where's Lakshmi Nagar? They said, when they don't know, then they say furlong. Because nobody knows what is a furlong. Even I don't know what is a furlong. When they don't know, they say furlong. Then I realized, oh, this is... I walked for at least 1 kilometer, I thought, anyway.
That was a joke. You walked for a long time?
So then, I went back to Lohavan, because I knew they'll come to the Gopinath temple in the evening. So I went to see my friend Sitaram. There's one fellow, he took Kutichak. Kutichak sannyas means that you live on the edge of the village, and your children sometimes come and bring you food and like that. So he took Kutichak sannyas, he was living on the edge of the village. I met him the year before. So, but nobody came to take darshan of Gopinath. I said, well, anyway, tomorrow they'll come. So then we went to Gopinath temple in the evening. And there was nice artis, old ancient temple. It looks just like a dome only. It doesn't have walls and then a big dome on top. It's just like a dome on the earth. Very ancient temple. Now they fixed it up very nicely. And we saw the artik, and then all the Brishbasi asked, Baba, you want some dinner? And I said, yes, but it's Ekadasi. As soon as I said Ekadasi, they all went, oh. And they went, oh. They went, oh, in such a way that I couldn't continue speaking. I was going to say, just boil some potatoes and I'll be happy. But they said, oh, and they said, you stay with Sitaram Baba. He follows Ekadasi also. With Brishbasi, they're simple. They don't necessarily follow. So Sitaram and I, we went into the village to the shop to get some milk. But there was no milk, because the next day is Devuta Ekadasi, when all the Devas wake up. So the Brishbasi save all their milk and they make sweet rice for Dwadasi day. So there was some week-old burfi. So Baba, he bought 150 grams of burfi. And we went back to his little tiny kutir. There's enough room for him. He had this little Gopal Didi and enough room for me to sleep and him to sleep, and that was it. And he offered his 150 grams, 75 grams for me, 70. And I was getting really angry. I said, why is Krishna doing this? And then I was thinking, anyway, whatever Krishna does is perfect. I remember whatever he's doing somehow. I'm just starting today. So then he put a whole bunch of blankets a whole bunch of burlap sacks on the floor, gave me a bunch of blankets because the evening in Kartik is cold. So we went to sleep. In the morning we went to the Gopinath temple because they have to pass Gopinath temple to get to the next place. And all the devotees came and their faces were pale. I was seeing somebody was missing. And everyone saw me sitting there at the Gopinath temple and said, oh, you were the lucky one. Because the Brajmana Prikam authorities realized it was a mistake to make everyone walk so far without eating anything. So they made a big Ekadasi feast with fried peanuts and fried little sabudana patties and everything fried in ghee and fried this and fried chips and everything fried. Everybody got so sick, Baba, you can't believe it. So you missed it. Everyone was either passing stool or throwing up or both simultaneously. Some people, that's why some people weren't there. Some people, they were running, on the other side of the road was a stool field where you're supposed to go. There's no bathroom on Braj Prikama. Somebody just passed out on the road. They took a few people, that's why I saw a few people were missing. They took them to the hospital. You were lucky, Baba, you missed everything. Then I thought, oh my goodness. Today is also a long walk just to get to the breakfast spot. And now they didn't eat anything all day. Whatever they fed them, it came out one end or the other or both. Now they have a long walk. Now what am I going to do? So as we were walking along, there was a village, but it was off the path. So I asked some villager for some rotis. Because in Braj, we have any Gujaratis here? The Gujaratis, they also always make their rotis just like piece of paper. But Braj, we don't use this machine like this, nice and thick with homemade ghee on top. So he said, just wait. He ran into the village and the Prikama party left. He brought back this big stack of hot, dripping ghee, homemade ghee rotis. So there was a nice Maharashtrian devotee with me, Om Tat Sat. So I pushed them in Om Tat Sat's shoulder bag. And he said, no, you eat them. I said, no, this is not for me, this is for my friends. You don't worry about your friends, you sit down and eat. He took me, there was a temple there, a little shrine on the side of the road. He told the pujari, you feed them. And he sat us down, the pujari had some rice and dal and sabji, and we had this nice rotis, and I was feeling very guilty, and that guy disappeared. So then after we ate, I was feeling really bad, because I wanted these rotis. I kept trying to hide them in Om Tat Sat's bag, and the pujari kept pulling them out and breaking them up and giving them to us. So then, on the way, I saw some Brijbasi. Did you see the foreign Prikama? And they said, yeah, they're in the village ahead. It was called Tarapur. There's no road, no electricity, no nothing. We finally got to the village, and big festival was going on. That fellow who gave us the rotis, he went ahead and told them that all these 150 foreigners are coming, get some rotis and everything ready for them. So there was rotis coming from every direction of the village. 150 foreign devotees were doing madhukari in the middle of this village with no electricity, no road, no nothing. And they would give you chach. By the time you drank and you put your load down, somebody would fill it up. They gave you nice sabji and dal, and we were having this whole feast. They don't have anything, not even electricity. And these rich foreigners came and they were feeding them everything. This is Brajbha. This is the real Brajbha. Brajbasis are so sweet. And Krishna loves them like anything. So Brajajana Ranjana, Jamuna. We already talked about Jamuna. Jamuna Tira Manachari. Tira means bank. Not the ones that are ripping us off, the banks of the river. Huh? And Van means forest. So in Vrindavan there's 12 forests. On the eastern bank of the Jamuna, there's Bhadravan, Bandirvan, Belvan, Lohavan, where this pastime took place, and Gokul Mahavan, 5 forests. On the western bank of the Jamuna, there's Madhuvan, Talavan, Kamudvan, Bahulavan, the biggest, Vrindavan, another big one, Kamivan, and a little tiny forest called Kedarvan, 7. 7 and 5, 12. So this little song contains whole picture of Vrindavan. Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Ballava, Giri Bharadhari, Yasoda Nandana, Braja Jana Ranjana, Jamuna Tira, Brahmachari. Complete picture of Vrindavan. So I think it's late, huh?
Yes.
So we'll put our voice to rest here, and we'll end with a nice kirtan. This is the the national anthem of Braj, Braj Ki Rashtriya Geet. So you're all tired of sitting, so everybody can stand up. Because once you hear this music, you won't be able to stand anymore. You'll have to dance. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Sri Vrindavan. Jai Radhe, Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Sri Vrindavan. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam, Jai Jai Sri Vrindavan. Jai Jai Radhe, Jai Jai Shyam.
Pavana Radhe Tero Nam. Oh Radharani, your name is pure. Pavana Sri Vrindavan Dham. Your Vrindavan Dham is also Pavan, pure. Pavana Radhe Tero Nam. Pavana Sri Vrindavan Dham. Pavana Radhe Tero Nam. Pavana Sri Vrindavan but not everybody knows Gwal. Just like the person who drives the rickshaw, he's the rickshaw wala. Who makes the sweets, he's the sweet wala, mitai wala. Who takes care of the the cow, he's the go wala. Go wala, go wala, go wala, go wala, go wala, go wala, go wala. Gwal. Jai Jai Gopi, Jai Jai Gwal, Jai Jai Sada, Bihari Lala. Always sing the glories of, Sada means always, like we sing in Tosi Artik, Sada means always sing the glories of Bihari Lala. Jai Jai Gopi, Jai Jai Gwal, Jai Jai Sada, Bihari Lala. Jai Jai Gopi, Jai Jai Gwal, Jai Jai Sada, Bihari Lala. Jai Jai Gopi, Jai Jai Gwal, Jai Jai Sada, Bihari Lala. Jai Jai Gopi, Jai Jai Gwal, Jai Jai Sada, gaoge. You know Radha Krishna Guna Gao, right? That's imperative tense. Sing Radha Krishna. Gaoge is future conditional. If you will sing Govinda Govinda, prema padarata. Padarata means that substance, that thing called prem. Pauge, you know, say anamrita pau, you will taste that thing called prem. Govinda Govinda Gaoge, prema padarata Gaoge. Govinda Govinda Gaoge, prema padarata Gaoge. Govinda Govinda Gaoge, prema padarata Gaoge. Govinda Govinda Gaoge, prema padarata So we do Giriraj Prikrama. First we take bath in Manasi Ganga, then we take darshan of Haridev, then Giri Baradari ki Prikrama day. Somehow in Hindi you give a Prikrama, in English we go on Prikrama. So Giri Baradari ki Prikrama day. Manasi Ganga Sri Haridev, Giri Baradari ki Prikrama day. Manasi Ganga Sri Haridev, Giri Baradari ki Prikrama day. Manasi Ganga Sri Haridev, Giri Baradari ki Prikrama day. Manasi Ganga Sri Haridev, Giri Baradari ki Prikrama So on Prikrama we go from one kun to the next. So in Hindi we like to repeat everything, huh? Tori tori Hindi aati hai. So kunda kunda me charnamrita le, take charnamrita in all the kuns. Apana means you're very on. And jivan? Life. Apana jivana. Safala, you know, patram pushpam phalam, fruit. Safal, with fruit. Fruitful. Successful. Apana jivana safala kare. Kunna kunna me charnamrita le, apana jivana safala kare. Kunna kunna me charnamrita le, apana jivana safala kare. Kunna kunna me charnamrita le, apana jivana safala kare. Kunna kunna me charnamrita le, apana jivana safala kare. Jai Brajabhumi Vrindavan Dham Ki
Jai.
Jai Sri Radhe. Jai Gaur Hari Bol. Revealer of the Holy Dham, Srila Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Jai.